You all may be wondering what's inside this bag. Well, this is called a tent. Now imagine living in this, being exposed to the extreme heat of the summer and the bitter and cold of the winter. With the homeless population in Los Angeles increasing, they don't have to imagine. They have to carry this heavy bag wherever they go. My name is Jacob Cadales, and today I will be informing you all of the homeless crisis in Los Angeles. As a resident in Los Angeles, I have seen the problem with my own eyes. I have also taken the time to research this topic using several peer-reviewed articles, books, and credible websites. And yes, Wikipedia is not one of them. According to NPR.org, homelessness in Los Angeles is rising sharply. LA's annual homeless count shows that 66,433 people now live on the streets, in shelters, and in vehicles within the county, creating a 12.7% increase from 2019. NPR.org also states that these significant increases come despite hundreds of millions of dollars spent and a system that is housing a record number of people. Now, why are all of these information relevant? Well, since we all live in Los Angeles, I'm pretty sure that we all want a beautiful and safe city. Homelessness has caused dangerous cities, like Skid Row, to rise. With the many homeless people residing on the sidewalks, it degrades our beautiful city and makes it even more dangerous. This information is also relevant today because of the rise of COVID-19. The CDC states that people who are homeless are more at risk of COVID-19. In cities with a high population of homeless people, such as Los Angeles, COVID-19 is more likely to spread. In this informative speech, I will be first talking about the causes and origins of homelessness, then the effects of homelessness, and finally, I will be talking about organizations that help and the ultimate solution to this crisis. To start off, we need to know how this crisis formed. According to an article by the National Coalition for the Homeless, two trends are largely responsible for the rise of homelessness for the past 20 to 25 years: a growing shortage of affordable housing and simultaneous increase in poverty. But in the book Better Must Come, it states that broad industrial change in Los Angeles played a prime causal role in the increase of homelessness in the region since the late 70s. Also in the same book, these broad industrial changes have generated considerable economic dislocation, poverty, and income inequality in Los Angeles. All these factors contributed to the cause of homelessness. I think it's safe to say that the homeless people simply are homeless because there aren't enough homes. And that just may be true. The book Better Must Cause also states that Los Angeles County's housing supply has not kept pace with the growth in the size of the total population and in the change in its housing needs. Both homelessness and poverty are linked together, and ever since the 1970s, both the shortage of houses and the industrial changes were the prime causes. Other two factors that also contribute to the rise of homelessness are substance abuse and mental illness. However, although it may be the cause of homelessness, it can also be the effects. This crisis has not only affected the community, but also the homeless people themselves. As much as adults are being affected, the future generation are being affected as well. According to an article by Health and Medicine Week, in Los Angeles County, roughly 3,000 children under the age 6 are homeless on any given night. Without homes, these children can be affected both physically and mentally. According to the article, trauma has troubling long-term implications for children in their early years. This is especially not good for the future generation. Also, as mentioned earlier, substance abuse is one of the effects homelessness has on someone. The Regional Task Force on the Homeless states that for many homeless persons, alcohol and other drug use provides a means to get through the day. Businesses can also be affected by homelessness, as according to drasolutions.org, the mere presence of a homeless person can have a negative effect through the loss of property value, loss of customers, and employee turnover. Also from the same website, homelessness puts people at high risk for victimization and poor health. So, what is the ultimate solution to this crisis? Well, the answer is not so surprising. Simply, give people homes. According to an article by Florence Graves and Haydar Safan, permanent housing before recovery reduces chronic homelessness. Their idea is to give homeless people permanent shelter without requiring them to get sober. They say that having a place to live will help them address their other problems. The government can also help reduce homelessness. According to an article by the U.S. Interagency Council on Homelessness, the federal government have used resources to combine housing and supportive services to deliver permanent supportive housing for people who have been homeless. There are several non-profit organizations that also help with this issue, such as Project Roomkey, which turned hotel and motel rooms in Los Angeles into temporary shelters. There's also Measure H, which generates money to help homeless services. Another important non-profit organization is Los Angeles Family Housing, which, according to an article by David Stream, helps people transition out of homelessness and poverty through a continuum of housing. With the help of these organizations and the government, the homeless crisis of Los Angeles will be reduced. I want to end this speech off by reminding you all that this crisis that we are facing not only affects the homeless people, but us too. Caused by poverty and the shortage of housing, the homelessness in Los Angeles creates trauma in both adults as well as children. It can also affect businesses and puts people at higher risk for victimization and poor health. The most important way to reduce this is, of course, permanent housing. Organizations are working hard to eliminate this problem. And of course, if we all work together as one, we could reduce this crisis once and for all. As Nelson Mandela once said, it is in your hands to create a better world for all who live in it. Thank you.